When you prompt a standard AI, your data travels away from your device, across the internet, and into a remote server farm to be processed. This centralized model creates high operational costs for developers and latency bottlenecks for users. The entire system relies on data making a constant round trip to the cloud. Major technology firms are now actively dismantling this structure. They are shifting away from massive remote data centers in favor of localized, independent systems. This industry-wide transition away from monolithic architecture is the great AI unbundling. The strategy of relying entirely on cloud-based computation is shifting. Navigating the next technological cycle requires understanding how and why these massive systems are being disassembled. The first phase of this shift is happening at the software level. Google recently released Gemma 4, a lightweight family of open models specifically designed to run on everyday hardware. This is the rise of edge AI. Moving processing power from remote servers onto smartphones and local GPUs lets companies execute complex reasoning without an internet connection. This avoids massive cloud bills while providing users with offline functionality and local data privacy. As models become more efficient, local hardware is becoming a primary environment for consumer AI applications. Breaking away from the cloud also means breaking away from the hardware that powers it. NVIDIA currently holds a dominant position in the AI chip market, which dictates both the availability and the high cost of computing power. Meta is moving to circumvent this reliance. They established a multi-year roadmap for their custom silicon, the MTIA series, to handle specific AI workloads. Deploying proprietary chips for global content recommendations and generative AI by 2027, Meta is vertically integrating its stack to reduce exposure to supply chain bottlenecks. The demand for physical control is also driving geopolitical investments. Microsoft is spending $10 billion over the next 4 years to build out AI and cloud infrastructure specifically in Japan. This initiative centers on sovereign AI. Many nations now require sensitive data and processing hardware to remain entirely within their borders. Microsoft is partnering with domestic tech firms like SoftBank to build localized, walled ecosystems. Large corporations and sovereign states are reaching the same conclusion. Controlling the physical hardware is necessary to control the future of their data. In Paris, startup AMI Labs secured over $1 billion in seed funding to take the unbundling a step further by moving past text. Standard large language models are limited because they learn from text patterns rather than the physical world. They can simulate a conversation, but they do not understand reality. AMI Labs is building world models trained on physics and spatial logic. These systems are designed to interact with physical environments accurately. Developing AI that understands the physical world enables humanoid robotics and smart manufacturing, moving the industry's focus beyond simple text generation. This shift toward localized physical AI is already entering the enterprise sector. Ford recently launched Ford Pro AI to automate high-level administrative tasks. The system analyzes 1 billion daily data points from commercial fleets. It processes fuel consumption and vehicle health to make proactive financial decisions for managers. When AI moves from simple chatbots into deep operational automation, it changes the talent requirements for the companies using it. The software giant Atlassian recently cut 10% of its workforce, 1,600 employees, specifically to reallocate its resources toward AI development. And as part of this pivot, they replaced their single CTO with 2 new executives focused exclusively on AI-driven infrastructure and sales. As AI hardware and software decentralize, companies are already shifting their hiring toward infrastructure and automation. The unbundling of the technology is necessitating a parallel shift in the professional skill sets required to build it.